The Sopranos is officially getting something fans have been asking for years. The entire series is finally being released in 4K. And honestly, this is a much bigger deal than just taking an old box set, changing the packaging, and selling it again. For the first time ever, all 6 seasons and all 86 episodes of The Sopranos are being fully remastered and released on 4K Ultra HD. The new collection is called The Sopranos, the Complete Series Premium Limited Edition, and it is scheduled to be released on December 8, 2026. So yes, Tony Soprano walking down his driveway in a bathrobe, Paulie sitting outside Satriale's, Christopher losing his mind over something completely unnecessary, and every uncomfortable therapy session with Dr. Melfi are all about to look better than they ever have before. But what makes this release interesting is that The Sopranos is actually a show that could benefit a lot from a proper restoration. The series started filming in the late 1990s, and visually, the early seasons have a completely different feeling from modern television. There is film grain. There are darker interiors. There are scenes shot inside restaurants, clubs, suburban homes, parking lots, and New Jersey streets that were never supposed to look perfectly clean or digitally polished. That slightly gritty appearance is part of what makes The Sopranos feel like The Sopranos. So the interesting question is not whether 4K can make the show sharper. Obviously it can. The real question is whether the restoration can make it look better while still preserving the atmosphere that made the original photography so good. Because nobody wants The Sopranos looking like somebody turned the sharpness setting on their television all the way up. You still want it to feel like New Jersey in 1999. You just want to see every miserable expression on Tony's face in much better detail. The collection itself is also being treated like a serious collector's release rather than a basic disc set. It includes the entire series in hardcover, lay-flat book-style packaging with cast photography throughout, and reports on the release say the collection spans 28 discs, including 2 bonus Blu-ray discs. And there is a lot of extra material included. There is a brand new, previously unseen featurette with creator David Chase, along with the 2-part documentary Wise Guy, David Chase and The Sopranos. The set also includes hours of additional material, including behind-the-scenes featurettes, audio commentaries featuring members of the cast and production team, and bonus material carried over from previous releases. That is probably the biggest reason this release feels significant. The Sopranos ended in 2007, but somehow the show feels more alive now than it has in years. People who were children when the show originally aired are discovering it for the first time. Clips and memes from the series are everywhere online. Characters like Tony, Christopher, Paulie, Jr., and Silvio have basically become part of internet culture. And people are still debating scenes, characters, theories, and that final ending almost 20 years after the last episode aired. So there's something fitting about the entire series finally getting this kind of restoration now. A new generation has basically adopted The Sopranos. And instead of watching heavily compressed clips online or old uploads that have been copied 10 different times, fans are finally going to have the option to see the complete series in the highest quality physical release it has ever received. It is also another reminder of how unusual The Sopranos' legacy has become. Most television shows end, people talk about them for a few years, and eventually they become something people vaguely remember. The Sopranos somehow did the opposite. The longer it has been off the air, the bigger it seems to become. People still discover tiny details they never noticed. Old interviews resurface. Behind-the-scenes stories suddenly go viral. A random 5-second reaction from Paulie becomes a meme 20 years later. And now, almost 3 decades after the series first premiered, Warner Bros. And HBO are putting the entire thing through a full 4K restoration and releasing it as a premium collector's edition. The Sopranos somehow refuses to become an old television show. It just keeps getting rediscovered. And on December 8, we are apparently all going back to New Jersey again, this time in 4K.